Week 7 studs and duds. Jeffrey, let's get it started. Week 7 wide receiver studs. Give me the list, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen, AJ Brown, Chris Olave, Devontae Adams, Xavier Legette, Travis Hunter, Rashee Rice, CeeDee Lamb, Jordan Addison, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr.
Jamar Chase went absolutely nuclear this week. I told y'all Joe Flacco was going to come in here and sling that thing. The way Joe Flacco plays football is basically, Jamar Chase is down there somewhere. Sling it. 23 targets? I'm pretty sure that tied a record. Jamar Chase set the single game record for most receptions as a Cincinnati Bengal. 16! And he turned that into 161 yards and a touchdown. And that Steelers defense is supposed to be pretty good. They got some good corners over there. But if you're going to get 23 targets, you're going to be just fine. Devonta Smith went crazy this week. 9 receptions for 183 yards and a touchdown? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a bit surprised. He had been up and down and the Vikings defense was good. That didn't matter. He had a 79-yard reception. What? AJ Brown balled out too. 4 receptions for 121 yards. And 2 of them things. Thank you for feeding your receivers. Let's try to make it a little more consistent, Eagles. And I like that they were pushing it downfield. Both of these guys had 3 receptions over 20 yards. Keep it up. Welcome back, Keenan Allen. If there's any question whether or not he was that dude, he's still that guy. 11 receptions, 119 yards, and a touchdown. This was very nice to see after 3 tough games. Keep it up, old man. Chris Olave did work, 5 receptions for 98 yards and 2 of them things. Love to see him getting back into the end zone. Target's never the issue. It's the production. You came through this week, bro. Good work. Devontae Adams didn't have a lot of yards, but he had a lot of touchdowns. 5 receptions for 35 yards and 3 of them things. Woo! They couldn't keep this man out the end zone. I'd like him to get his yards up, but if you're going to score 3 touchdowns, I think I can let it slide. Xavier Legette popped off out of nowhere. 9 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown. Let's go. It was probably because Sauce Gardner was on McMillan while Sauce was still in the game. I don't think this is going to be consistent, but it's a good start. Welcome to Fantasy Relevancy, Travis Hunter. Thank you. 8 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown. I just picked him up off the waiver wire in one of my leagues too, so woo! Let's go! They had been saying they wanted to get him more involved, and they finally did. I'm hoping Brian Thomas Jr. is okay, but if he's not, Hunter's just gonna get more work. Welcome back from suspension, Rashee Rice. I told y'all to start him. I had him in my must starts, and a lot of y'all were questioning whether or not you should or shouldn't, calling me crazy. Did you forget he was coming off of an injury? Yeah, dude, that was like a year ago. And we've already seen him in preseason. Now, is it gonna take a minute for him to get up to how he was prior to the injury? Sure, but he looked pretty good to me. I'm more concerned with him getting back into football shape, getting hit. But 7 receptions for 42 yards and 2 of them things? Yeah, that was a good first week. Good to have you back, Rashee. Stay out of trouble. We need you here. Speaking of people coming back, welcome back, CeeDee Lamb. I knew there was a reason I had you in my must starts. 5 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. Great way to bounce back. Love the 74-yard touchdown. That was nice. It didn't crush George Pickens, but it did decrease his targets. Pickens was down to 4 receptions for 82 yards. But 82 yards is pretty good. It's just 1B to CeeDee Lamb's 1A. They'll ping-pong back and forth. But this week, it was the CeeDee Lamb week. Jordan Addison was cooking this week. 9 receptions for 128 yards. 12 targets was a lot. T. Higgins, back to being fantasy relevant. Thank you. Joe Flacco, thank you so much for what you have done to the Cincinnati Bengals. You have given us something to root for. T. Higgins, 6 receptions for 96 yards. He also had a touchdown. He could have had 2, but he slid, and that was the right decision for the team. Good job. Michael Pittman Jr., solid play against a good defense. Wasn't expecting a lot from you, did well. 7 receptions for 58 yards and a touchdown. Nice. That's enough about the studs. Take me to the duds, Jeffrey. wide receiver duds for week 7. Jeffrey?
Taking you there now, sir. Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Rome Odunze, Brian Thomas Jr., Tete Roa Macmillan.
Jalen Waddle was so disappointing. 1 reception for 15 yards. I know the weather was bad, but 1 reception is gross. Miami Dolphins, y'all are just a sad, sad franchise right now because y'all lost to the Browns and it wasn't even that close. Despicable. Jerry Jeudy, 2 for 17. Hopefully y'all aren't still starting him. Rome Odunze, 2 for 31. Oh my God, that was so rough. It was a solid matchup too. You were going against the Saints. You'll bounce back though. Brian Thomas Jr. went 3 for 31. Yeah, I know he got banged up, but I'm pretty sure that was towards the end of that game. Hopefully you're okay. You were just starting to get on an upward trajectory and hoping you haven't had a setback. Well, past this terrible game, obviously. Teteroa McMillan had an awful game. 3 for 33, but like I told you before the week started, he was going to get shadowed by Sauce Gardner. Sauce is a very good cornerback. He did get knocked out towards the end of that game, but by that point, Xavier Legette was popping off. Jeffrey, let's go through the honorable mentions for the wide receivers really quick, please.
Marvin Harrison Jr., Matthew Golden, Xavier Worthy, DK Metcalf, Drake London, DJ Moore, Jalwan Jennings.
All these guys scored 8 fantasy points or less, so not low enough to be an F, but low enough to be disappointing. None of these guys got over 60 yards. Marvin Harrison was the closest with 58. You had 2 receptions? Why are they only giving you 6 targets in the... Ugh. Golden was disappointing, but we weren't expecting a lot from him. Worthy went 3 for 35. The touchdowns just didn't go his way. Marquise Brown got 1. Rice got 2. Running backs got in there. And they didn't finish the game because they were blowing out the Raiders. That was embarrassing. Talk about a shutout. DK Metcalf, ho-hum, 3 for 50. 4 for 42. DJ Moore, 3 for 43. Ho-hum. They didn't completely crush you, but it was definitely disappointing. And Jalwan Jennings, 4 for 31. Let's go to the running backs, Jeffrey. Week 7 running back studs and honorable mentions. Jeffrey?
Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Quinshon Judkins, Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams, Cam Scutterbo.
Christian McCaffrey put the team on his back though. Over 200 total yards and 2 of them things. Not to mention 7 receptions. Oh my God, this guy is amazing. Please just stay healthy, Christian McCaffrey. You are doing so well. 39 fantasy points. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. What a Sunday night. I had you in a league and I was facing you in a league. Thank God I was up by 70 in the one that I was facing you because you would make me a little bit nervous. Jonathan Taylor is unbelievable. 132 total yards and 3 of them things. Them things is touchdowns. 3 of them things. My God. 34 fantasy points, man. You are crushing it. Winning people weeks by yourself. Quinshon Judkins dominated the Miami Dolphins. 25 carries for 84 yards and 3 of them things. They could not keep you out of the end zone. On a rainy day, y'all better buckle up, Buttercup. Quinshon Judkins is running through some people. And that was a nice runaway touchdown you had. 46 yards. Yeah, looking good out there, young blood. Keep it up. As for the honorable mentions, Bijan Robinson had a great game. 92 total yards and a touchdown, but those 6 receptions really helped. DeAndre Swift looks great on the ground. 124 yards rushing, 138 total, and a touchdown. Nice. Jalen Warren had a great game. 158 yards. Let's go. Josh Jacobs was for yards, only had 58, but he had 2 of them things, so that'll get you in here. Javonte Williams, 118 and a touchdown. And Cam Scatterboom, 94 total yards and a touchdown. Good job, kid. Moving on to running back duds. Week 7 running back duds. Give me the list of bums, Jeffrey.
Saquon Barkley, Ashton Genty, Alvin Kamara, Jackery Krosky Merritt, Trevayon Henderson,
Saquon Barkley, what's going on, man? 18 carries for 44 yards. You're running for 2.4 yards a carry. Yes, I know the Minnesota Vikings is a good defense. I know. But less than 3 yards a carry, man. You up here giving people 5 PPR points. I got to go back and watch the All 22. Is it the offensive line? Just tired from last year? I still think that he has some burst in there. Just haven't seen it very much this year. Disappointing. Speaking of disappointments, Ashton Jeanty, man, a horrific game. Did I miss something? Was he injured? Because he only had 6 carries. 6. I might have missed an Adam Schefter announcement, so let me know if I'm wrong, but you had 21 rushing yards, 34 total yards in a game where you were getting blown out. Get this man involved in the passing game. What are you doing? He's an incredible running back prospect. Utilize him in other ways. You scored no points. None. Be creative. My God. Alvin Kamara, 29 total yards. That was awful. Going up against the Bears, I wasn't even concerned about that matchup. I am starting to get concerned about you, though. Not as involved in the passing game. Yeah, you got 3 targets, 3 catches, but 29 yards is 29 yards. Jacoby Crosby-Merritt, very disappointing. 32 total yards, no touchdowns, 1 reception, awful. Starting to feel like a bit of a roller coaster on this one. And I wish it was a roller coaster with this next one. Trevayon Henderson, oh my gosh, it's honestly unbelievable. You had 2 attempts? 2? What are we doing? I mean, 5 yards. 5. I don't have you on any one of my teams, not because I didn't like you coming in, you were being drafted too high. I wanted to get you around the 6th. You were getting taken in the 4th. Thank God I didn't get you because this has been brutal. 5 total yards for Trevayon Henderson is horrific. Hopefully you're not starting him because my goodness. Ramondre Stevenson clearly is the guy. He was actually running pretty well too, unlike you. I mean, don't even know if I can blame you. 2 carries. Like, Jeffrey, give me my honorable mentions before I freak out, please. Thank you.
taking you there now, sir. Travis Etienne Jr., Breece Hall, Chuba Hubbard, RJ Harvey.
All these guys had less than 60 total yards. Travis Etienne Jr. was running for a decent clip. 8 for 44, so 5.5 yards a carry. But 8 carries? Oh my God. Breece Hall, 38 rushing yards. Are you kidding me? He did get 2 receptions for 14, but that's just not going to get it done, man. All these guys got you less than 8 fantasy points. Ugh. Chuba Hubbard coming back off an injury. I wasn't really starting you anyways. Mighty Vidal was disappointing. Only 9 carries for 20 yards. He did have 4 receptions for 15 yards, so these running backs are getting depressing, Jeffrey. Take me to the quarterbacks. I need to pick me up. Week 7, quarterback studs. Give me a list, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Jackson Dart, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers.
Bo Nix went crazy this week. What an exciting game. Threw for 279 yards, rushed for 48 yards, and 2 of them things. He also threw for 2 of them things. That's 4 total touchdowns. Let's go. I started him this week. Cha-ching. He threw it 50 times. That's actually kind of crazy. 36 fantasy points in 4-point scoring leagues. Pretty good. Justin Herbert popped off this week. 420 yards passing, 31 yards rushing for a total of 451 yards and 3 of them things. Let's go. 55 attempts is a lot of attempts, but you were down. Y'all had to throw it. Jackson Dart had another great game. 283 yards in the air and 3 of them things. He only rushed for 11 yards, which is much lower than his average. I'm pretty sure he's been over 50 most of his games. But he did rush in a touchdown, giving him 4 total touchdowns. That's incredible. Keep it up, Rook. Looking good. Matthew Stafford could not stop scoring this week. 5 touchdowns. He only threw for 182 yards, but it doesn't matter when you throw for 5 touchdowns. Crazy. They were giving it to the Jaguars. That was embarrassing. Jaguars, I thought your second home was London. That was rough. I feel like y'all didn't score for most of the game. Ugh. Patrick Mahomes popped off again. 286 yards and 3 of them things. He also gave you 28 yards on the ground. Patrick Mahomes is having an incredible year. After having years where he just won games but didn't really help you in fantasy, and now he is just slinging it. And with Rashee Rice back and Xavier Worthy healthy, this team is going to be very, very hard to stop. I'm loving my Patrick Mahomes Rashee Rice stack. Y'all boys in trouble. I'll show y'all my dynasty team one of these days. It's disgusting. Joe Flacco turned back the hands of time. He threw for 342 yards and 3 of them things. Joe Flacco, thank you. Thank you so much for going to the Cincinnati Bengals because they needed you. Jake Browning. Honestly, this is really embarrassing because you played so poorly. And to have an old man come in here. And mind you, Joe Flacco's been around the block, so he's seen some things. But he's been there 2 weeks, and he is popping off. Joe Flacco is not afraid to just sling it. Jamar Chase is down there somewhere. T. Higgins is down there somewhere. Sometimes you just gotta let your players make plays. Also, he is afraid of getting hit, so he is getting that ball out quick, boy. Love to see it. Keep peppering your stars and you're gonna move down the field. Oh, I forgot to mention, Joe Flacco ran for 28 yards. He did a read option, an impromptu read option that ain't nobody expected him to run. He was just like, oh, I got an opening, let's go. Good for you, Flacco, keeping them on their toes. Honestly, one of the best games of the week. And for it to happen on a Thursday, chef's kiss. Started the week off right. Speaking of old men, Aaron Rodgers also turned back the hands of time. Almost 250 yards passing and 4 of them things. Them things is touchdowns. 4 of them things. That was incredible. All right, Jeffrey, let's stop by the honorable mentions for quarterbacks real quick, please.
I'm on it. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Drake May.
Hurts did well, a little over 303. Nice, enough to get the job done. Didn't run very much though. 4 for negative 10? For real? That's kind of crazy. Dak Prescott did well, 271 and 3. Didn't really need to do much towards the end. They had that game in hand. Drake May played well too. 222 passing yards, but 62 rushing yards? Yeah, that's what we like to see for fantasy football. Stay out of concussion protocol. I need you to slide a little better. But good job, young blood. Also, I'm pretty sure you had a record. What was it? Highest completion percentage as a New England Patriot at 91.3? Let's go! Not even the GOAT did that. Nice. 21 for 23. Good job. Moving on to the quarterback duds. Week 7 quarterback duds. Jeffrey?
Yes, sir. Caleb Williams, Justin Fields.
Caleb Williams threw for less than 200 yards and 0 touchdowns. Rough. Going up against the Saints, I expected you to play better than this, man. Come on now. Now, you did get the win, which is great. But for fantasy, ugh. Justin Fields got benched. I can't say I'm too surprised, though, honestly. It was ugly. 12 attempts, only 6 completions, 46 passing yards. Now, I'm trying to remember when he got benched, but he played most of this game. I don't know why he wasn't using his legs more. He had 4 carries for 22 yards. He had the same amount of yards and carries as Jordan Love. Justin Fields, run the ball, dude. You have an incredible talent of running the ball. If your passes aren't going, run it. You're going against the Carolina Panthers, not the 85 Bears. I don't know if he's going to start next week. I just know that if you have him, I don't know how you would start him, even if he does, with confidence. Oh, God. I was really hoping for Justin Fields' season to go better. It's been really, really bad. Some highs, some really low lows. And hopefully you weren't starting Mac Jones, because he's Mac Jones. He threw for 163 yards and no touchdowns. Ho-hum. Quick honorable mentions. Jeffrey?
Jordan Love, Michael Penix Jr.
Jordan Love and Michael Penix didn't crush you. They had less than 14 fantasy points. Both of them threw for 1 touchdown, around 200 to 250 yards. Ho-hum. Moving on to the tight end position. Week 7 tight end studs. Jeffrey?
Trey McBride,
Oronde Gadsden II,
Pat Fryermuth, Jake Ferguson,
Daniel Bellinger,
Tyler Warren, Tucker Kraft,
Trey McBride popped off with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. 13 targets, 10 receptions for 74 yards, and 2 of them things. Ooh, Trey McBride, you are so good. Reminds me a little bit of Kelsey, how I watch him play and he's somehow just open. How do you get so open? They know you, they going to you, right? They threw it to you 13 times. Keep it up, young blood. Oronde Gadsden II popped off this week. 7 receptions for 164 yards and a touchdown. This man was incredible. Let's go. Now, Justin Herbert threw it like 55 times for 400-something yards, so that's not gonna happen every week. But if you recall, I did tell you to pick him up off the waiver wire this week. So if you did, let me know down in the comments because you popped off 29.4 fantasy points. Let's get it. Pat Fryermuth did work this week, 4 for 111 and 2 of them things. Aaron Rodgers likes his tight ends. Jake Ferguson didn't have many yards this week, but he has some touchdowns. He went 7 for 29 yards and 2 of them things. Love to see it. Cowboys had this game pretty much in hand, but love the 7 for 7. Good hands. Daniel Bellinger, 3 for 88 and a touchdown. Good job. Tyler Warren, solid, 4 for 69 and a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 5 for 58 and a touchdown. Pretty good, guys. I'll do the honorable mentions, Jeffrey. Theo Johnson and Noah Fant, both y'all are solid. Got into the end zone. Theo got 66 yards. Fant got 44. Pretty good. Take me to the tight end duds, Jeffrey. And read off the honorable mentions as well. Week 7 tight end duds and honorable mentions. Give me the list, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry.
George Kittle had 0 receptions? 0? Oh my gosh, a goose egg. Everyone was so excited to have him back. I know he did some really nice blocking, but I thought he'd catch at least a little bit. 2 targets. They gave my man 2 targets. I don't have him in any leagues, but it's still disappointing. He's George Kittle. He's supposed to ball out. Terrible week, 0 fantasy points, but he'll bounce back. He's George Kittle. Darren Waller, I had to check to see if he played. He had 0 targets. Did I miss something? Did he come out of the game? I totally could have missed it, but 0 targets? Welcome back to Earth, Dallas Goedert. 3 for 18, no touchdowns. It went to the main guys, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. I'm not mad at it, but less than 5 fantasy points. That's a rough outing. And for the honorable mentions, I thought Harold Fanning Jr. would be better. It was terrible weather. He went 4th for 36. Hunter Henry, 4 for 33. Hopefully you didn't start too many of these duds. Which one of these players helped you win this week? And which ones led you to your defeats? Let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions, hit me up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell down below. Also, join my Discord. That'll also be in the description. Good luck on your Monday matchups. I'll see you soon, Bay Nation. Peace.